I watched my own brother, my own blood, count $5,000 in a Nairobi apartment while 3 Kenyan men decided whether to kill me or keep me alive for ransom. Let me tell you how I ended up here. My name is Chidinma, and the day I landed at Jomo Kenyatta International Airport in Nairobi, I thought I was entering Pan-African paradise. You know the dream, right? One Africa, one people, brother brother, sister sister. Nigeria had chewed me up and spat me out, no job, ASU strike killed my university dreams, and my family was drowning in poverty in Enugu. When Emmanuel, my cousin brother, called from Kenya saying there were opportunities, that East Africa loved Nigerians, that I could make money and send home, I sold my mother's only gold chain to buy that ticket. Chidinma, come, he said on that WhatsApp call. Kenya is not like Nigeria. Here, if you hustle, you eat. No tribalism, no wala. Just work hard. I believed him. We grew up together in the same compound. Same village. His mother braided my hair for my primary school graduation. When his father died, my family fed them for months. We were family. Real family. The Nairobi heat hit me differently than Lagos heat, drier, thinner air that made me cough. Emmanuel picked me up in a nice car, dressed sharp, smelling like expensive cologne. I hugged him so tight. See you now, he laughed. You don't add weight SEF. Kenya will reset you. I go show you how we dey do here. The first shock came in the matatu on the way to Eastleigh, where he said I'd be staying. The conductor looked at me and spat. Actually spat. Nigerian, he said to the driver in Swahili. I didn't understand the words, but I understood the tone. Emmanuel just laughed. Don't mind them. No jealousy. They think all Nigerians are 419. Just keep your head down, don't speak much, and hustle quietly. The apartment in Eastleigh was not what I expected. 6 Nigerian guys crammed into a 2-bedroom flat. The smell of stale jollof rice and unwashed bodies hit me at the door. Emmanuel introduced me quickly, mostly Igbo guys, one Yoruba, and showed me a thin mattress on the floor in the living room. Not temporary, he assured me. Once you start making money, you fit rent your own place. For now, save every shilling. The reality check came fast and brutal. Emmanuel's business opportunity was selling phone accessories on the streets of Nairobi. Not in a shop. On the streets. Every morning, 5 a.m., I'd load a bag with phone chargers, earphones, and screen protectors, and walk the city trying to make sales. The Kenyan police harassed us daily. The locals called us mjini, foreigner, with pure disgust. Some days, I'd walk 15 kilometers and make maybe 500 shillings, $5. Emmanuel took 60% as rent and business fees. You think this is hard, he'd say when I complained. You want to go back to Nigeria? To what? Nothing is there. At least here you're eating. Barely. I was eating once a day, losing weight, my skin breaking out from stress. The other Nigerian guys in the flat warned me quietly. Your brother they use you, Emeka whispered one night. He know they collect 60% from us. Why only you? His family, I said. He brought me here. Emeka just shook his head. Sister, now you know. I started noticing things. Emmanuel never sold anything himself. He had multiple phones, always on calls speaking Swahili fluently, meeting with Kenyans I never saw. When I asked what else he did for work, he'd wave me off. Business, Chidinma. Plenty business. When you prove yourself, I fit bring you in. Months passed. The money I sent home was tiny, $30, $50, nothing close to the hundreds I'd promised my mother. My tourist visa expired. I became illegal. Emmanuel said he'd handle it, that he had contacts. He never did. Now I was trapped, couldn't go home without money to show for the suffering, couldn't stay legally, couldn't move forward. The Kenyan authorities hated Nigerians. Every week, someone got deported. The WhatsApp groups were full of warnings: police raid in Eastleigh, immigration checking River Road, Nigerian man arrested for no reason. We moved like shadows, always afraid. Then one Tuesday evening, everything shattered. Emmanuel came home excited. Chidinma, I get opportunity for you. Big one. You fit make $2,000 this week. My heart jumped. $2,000. That was life-changing money. What kind of work? I asked. Delivery job. My Kenyan business partners need someone to collect package and deliver to different location. Simple. But you have to do exactly as I say. Every instinct in my body screamed danger. But I was desperate. 6 months of suffering, of sleeping on the floor, of eating one meal a day, of watching my mother's disappointed face on video calls, I was desperate. What kind of package? Emmanuel's face hardened. Chidinma, you want make money or you want ask questions? You think not only you get sense. I don't already do this thing plenty times. No wahala. You do collect your money, we move forward. The other guys in the flat were quiet. Too quiet. Later, Emeka tried to stop me. Don't go. That delivery thing, it get as it be. Just sell your phone chargers, stay small. But small was killing me. I agreed. The next day, Emmanuel drove me to an apartment complex in Kilimani, a nicer part of Nairobi. 3 Kenyan men were waiting. The moment I walked into that room, I knew I'd made a terrible mistake. This Naha, one of them asked Emmanuel in English. Yes, Emmanuel replied. My sister. She go do the delivery. She looked scared, another one laughed. Nigerian girls always scared until they need money. My phone was in my bag. Emmanuel saw me reaching for it. Give me the phone, Chidinma. What? Why? Just give me the phone. You'll get it back after the delivery. The Kenyan men closed the door. Locked it. That's when I saw Emmanuel's face, cold, calculating, nothing like my brother. Nothing like family. Emmanuel, what's going on? One of the Kenyan men grabbed my bag. Took my phone, my passport copy, my small purse with the 3,000 shillings I'd saved. Sit down, he said. I sat. I had no choice. Emmanuel stood by the door, watching. Your brother tells us your family has money in Nigeria, the leader said, sitting across from me. He says your uncle is a big man in Enugu. Government connections. Money. My blood froze. My family has nothing. We are poor. That's why I'm here. Emmanuel finally spoke. Chidinma, stop lying. Your uncle Johnson works at the state ministry. I know he has money. He funded your cousin's wedding last year with millions of naira. That's not my family's money. That's his own money. And it's not millions. Shut up. The Kenyan leader slammed his hand on the table. We need $20,000. You will call your family and get it. I started crying. Real, body-shaking sobs. $20,000. Are you mad? My mother sold her gold to send me here. We don't have $20,000. Emmanuel, tell them. You know my family. Emmanuel looked at his phone, bored. I already told them everything. They paid me to bring you. Now you go do your part. The room tilted. You sold me. He looked up then, annoyed. Sold is a strong word. I connected them with someone who can pay. It's business, Chidinma. This is how things work in Nairobi. You think I came here and suffered like you? No. I wise up. I made connections. Now you fit help your family finally send real money. Everybody wins. How much did they pay you? He smiled. $5,000. Don't worry, I go dash you small something if you cooperate. My own brother. My cousin brother. The boy whose homework I helped with. Who cried on my shoulder when his father died. Sold me to Kenyan gangsters for $5,000. The next 3 days were hell. They kept me in that apartment, fed me once a day, made me call home. My mother's voice broke my heart. Chidinma, what is happening? Where is this money coming from? We no get this kind of money. I couldn't tell her the truth, that her nephew had sold her daughter. That I was being held until they produced money that didn't exist. I just cried and begged her to try. The Kenyan police don't care about Nigerians. Especially not illegal ones like me. Emmanuel knew this. That's why he chose me in illegal, isolated, expendable. On the third day, one of the Kenyan men got frustrated. This family has no money. The brother lied. They turned on Emmanuel. You said she has wealthy family. Where is the money? Emmanuel was sweating now. They hide in it. Nigerians always hide money. Give them more time. We gave you $5,000 upfront for a $20,000 return. Now you're telling us there's nothing. I watched Emmanuel realize he'd played himself. He'd sold me to people who now wanted their money back from him. I can get other girls. Other Nigerians. I know plenty. The leader slapped him hard. We don't want other girls. We want our money. In that moment, as Emmanuel's face swelled and his eyes watered, I felt something break inside me. Not fear anymore. Rage. Pure, clean rage. You people are all fools, I said quietly. They all turned to me. You want money? I can get you money. But not from my family in Nigeria. From someone else. The leader leaned forward. Talk. There's a Nigerian man. Eastleigh. He does money transfers. Hawala system. He has cash. Plenty cash. Kenyan shillings, US dollars. I know where he keeps it. This was a lie. But I was about to become the best liar of my life. How you know this? Emmanuel asked, blood on his lip. I looked at him with all the hatred I'd been swallowing for 3 days. Because I'm not stupid like you. I observe. I listen. While you were busy selling your own blood, I was watching how real business works in Nairobi. I sold them a story about a Hawala dealer named Chukudi, completely made up, who operated from an apartment in Eastleigh, generic enough to exist. I told them his schedule, his security setup, everything. I made it sound so real that even I almost believed it. But you have to let me go, I said. He knows me. He'll open the door for me. I deliver phones to his neighbors. He trusts me. The leader studied me. If you're lying, then you kill me. What difference does it make? You're going to kill me anyway if the money doesn't come. At least this way, I try. They debated in Swahili for 20 minutes. Finally, the leader nodded. We'll follow you. You run, we catch you and your brother dies first. You lie to us, you both die. Understand? I understand. Emmanuel's eyes were wide. Chidinma, what are you doing? Saving your useless life, I spat. The way family does. They drove us to Eastleigh in 2 cars. My hands were shaking but my mind was razor sharp. I'd spent 6 months navigating these streets. I knew every corner, every shop owner, every escape route. The moment we reached Eastleigh's main road, chaos was my friend. Matetas everywhere, people flooding the streets, vendors shouting. I told them to park near a specific building, a real building where real Nigerian businesses operated. Wait here, I said. Let me go check if he's inside. If you all come, he'll panic. The leader sent 1 man with me. He doesn't leave your side. Perfect. 1 was easier than 3. I led him into the building, up 2 flights of stairs, chatting nervously in pidgin about how Chukudi was a careful man, how he had to be smart. Then, at the 3rd floor landing, I did something I'd never done in my life. I screamed. Loud. In Swahili. Wizi. Wizi. Thief. Thief. Doors flew open. Kenyans poured out. The man grabbing me tried to cover my mouth, but I bit his hand and kept screaming. He's Nigerian. He's trying to kidnap me. Help. Xenophobia is a terrible thing. Unless you can use it. The Kenyan neighbors descended on him like locusts. They didn't ask questions. Nigerian man plus Kenyan woman screaming equals guilty. They beat him while I ran. Ran down the stairs, out the back exit, into the maze of Eastleigh Street I knew by heart. Behind me, I heard shouting. The other men had realized what happened. But Eastleigh was my territory now. I ran through the Somali mall, through the alley behind the mosque, into a shop owned by a Somali woman who'd bought phone chargers for me before. Mama Amina, please, I begged in broken Swahili. Bad men chasing me. Please. She looked at my face in genuine terror and pulled me into the back room. Covered me with bui, full black covering, told me to stay quiet. When the men ran past asking if she'd seen a Nigerian woman, she said no in perfect Swahili. They believed her. They wouldn't believe me, but they believed her. I hid there for 3 hours. Then Mama Amine got her husband, who called someone, who knew someone, who connected me with a Nigerian community elder. By midnight, I was in a safe house with other Nigerians, all illegal, all hiding. Your brother, the community elder said. His name was Chief Okonkwo, and he'd lived in Kenya for 20 years. Emmanuel Okafor. We know him. He's been doing this thing for some time. You're not the first. My stomach dropped. What? He brings young Nigerians here, promises them work, then sells them to Kenyan gangs for kidnapping. We've heard the stories but never had proof. People are too ashamed to talk. I wasn't ashamed anymore. I was furious. I want him reported. To everyone. Nigerian embassy, Kenyan police, everyone. Chief Okonkwo shook his head. The Kenyan police won't help. They'll arrest you too for being illegal. But the Nigerian community, we can handle this our way. Here's what I learned, Nigerians in Kenya have a shadow system. We have to. When the official systems fail us, when the authorities hate us, when we're living illegal and afraid, we create our own justice. Within 48 hours, every Nigerian in Nairobi knew Emmanuel's face and name. His photo circulated on WhatsApp groups with the word Betrayal in capital letters. No Nigerian would do business with him. No Nigerian would house him. He became a ghost in his own community. But I wanted more than community justice. I wanted actual justice. That's when I did something risky. I recorded a video, my face covered, telling the whole story. How Emmanuel Okafor from Enugu State brought his own family member to Kenya and sold her to gangsters. How he'd done it to others. How he was a disgrace to Nigeria. I posted it everywhere. Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Tagged Nigerian bloggers, Kenyan news outlets, everyone. It went viral in 72 hours. The Nigerian internet does not forgive betrayal. Especially not family betrayal. The story jumped from social media to Nigerian news blogs. Nigerian man sells cousin to Kenyan kidnappers. The pressure mounted. The Nigerian embassy in Kenya was forced to investigate. And here's where karma became beautiful. Emmanuel had been living in Kenya on a fake South African passport. The viral video brought attention. Kenyan immigration started investigating. They discovered his fraudulent documents. They arrested him. But not just him. They arrested the Kenyan gang members too. The man I'd beaten testified against them to reduce his sentence, confirmed everything, named Emmanuel as the supplier. Emmanuel Okafor was deported back to Nigeria in handcuffs, facing charges in both countries. I watched the Kenyan news broadcast from the safe house, surrounded by Nigerians who'd helped me. Emmanuel's face on TV, being walked to the plane by immigration officers. He looked small. Pathetic. Chief Okonkwo put his hand on my shoulder. You did a brave thing, Chidima. But bravery doesn't erase trauma. I still had nightmares. Still jumped at loud noises. Still struggled to trust anyone. The Nigerian embassy helped me eventually. The publicity forced them to act. They couldn't deport me after I'd exposed corruption and crime, it would look terrible. They connected me with an NGO that helped trafficking victims. I got legal documentation, a real work permit, counseling. I'm still in Kenya. But now I work in an office, processing paperwork for the same NGO that saved me. I help other Nigerians who've been exploited, betrayed, trafficked. I know their faces, the shame, the fear, the disbelief that their own people hurt them. Sometimes they ask me, how did you survive? I tell them the truth. I stopped expecting Africans to automatically love each other just because we're African. I stopped expecting family to automatically protect me just because we're blood. And I learned that the worst betrayals come from the people closest to you, especially when money is involved. My mother still cries when we video call. She can't believe what her nephew did. My uncle Johnson, the one Emmanuel claimed was rich, disowned him publicly. In our village, Emmanuel's mother lives in shame. But me, I survived. And every Nigerian I help escape exploitation, every story I document, every warning I give to young girls planning to drop her, it's my revenge. Sweeter than watching him get deported. More permanent than his arrest. The last time I saw Emmanuel was on a WhatsApp status. Someone shared a video of him back in Enugu, selling phone accessories on the street. The same hustle he made me do in Nairobi, he's now doing at home. Karma doesn't always come fast, but when it comes, it's thorough. As for me and Kenya, we've made peace. The Kenyans who beat that gangster, Mama Amina who hid me, the Somali businessman who helped Chief Okonkwo find me, they showed me that nationality doesn't determine humanity. Character does. I got a message last week. Emmanuel sent it from a new number. Chidinma, I'm sorry. I was desperate. Your family. Can you forgive me? I read it. Didn't reply. Deleted it. Blocked the number. Because here's what I learned in that Kilimani apartment, in those 3 days of hell, in that sprint through Eastleigh streets. Family is not about blood. It's about who shows up when you need them. Who risks themselves to hide you. Who fights for you when you can't fight for yourself. My family now is Chief Okonkwo, Mama Amina, the NGO workers who gave me a chance, the other survivors I counsel every day. My family is the people who chose to help me when they had nothing to gain. Emmanuel sold me for $5,000. But these strangers saved me for free. That's the difference between relatives and family.